Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins, here to help you along your twin flame journey. I'm outside. Okay, if this is your first time watching the channel, I would like to say welcome. I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, like and subscribe and share and comment. When you subscribe to this channel, it puts your energy in these decks. Thank you, tribe, those of you who are on board, right? Thank you so much for your support of this channel. We're growing, we're changing, we're healing, we're ascending. I appreciate you so much from the tippy top of my heart. Thank you for everything that you do. I want to just give y'all a revelation that I got. I don't think it's new. I'm sure it's not. Many readers have probably said it another way, or you might have read it in a book about past lives. But this is kind of about past lives. I'm going to try to get it as clear as it was coming to me as I was talking to my DM in conversation. And I just started talking. It actually started to flow like water. And I said something to the effect, and please, Spirit, bring it back to me so that I can convey this with clarity. But I said something to the effect of, we're here, you know, we attracted one another. You are me and I am you. We've lived many lives together because we have past lives together. And because we were talking about marriage is what is the context of what I'm saying. But I said, we've been together before. We were married before, we were a couple before, and the reason why you're having such a hard time with your trust and such is because you're acting out that on me now, because I did cheat on you in a past life, and you cheated on me too. And so that's why I'm coming over or overcoming this karma, these obstacles, these fears, these insecurities, these doubts, because we have done this thing that we're experiencing right now to each other before, and we didn't get it right then, and our karma was rejection or abandonment. We left one another, including adding on to what is already going on from our childhood, right? So I'm just saying that the reason that why am I itching now? But the reason that we're going through what we're going through now is because we have loved and lived together before, loved, laughed. That's why they feel like home, because you have been doing this. So in this lifetime, this now that you're living right now, whoever you are now, man, woman, you put the energy where it goes, whatever it is, you are trying to get over that with your twin, that hurdle. That so if you are insecure or fearful of being cheated on, it's because they probably, this isn't for everybody, okay? But so don't take this and run with it and lose your mind about it. Sit, be still, hear the revelation, see if it resonates. If it doesn't, it's not your word, it's not your message, and it's okay with that, okay? All right. So, but if whatever you're struggling with now, the ghosting, it's because you've done that with each other before. That's why you didn't make it for this particular lifetime. So you agreed to come back here as the person that you are now, to do this light work, to be an empath, to be empathic, to move this forward, this collective energy and this higher vibration. You agreed to do this, and you agreed to work out your karma with your twin, with yourself, okay? Hear that? Not very deep, but follow that. You agreed to come here to work out the karma or the karmic lessons that you need to ascend to a higher place with your twin, yourself. Overcome that which has been overcoming you all this time with your twin. That's another person, right? Another person as a love interest, as a partner for life, as a soulmate, as a whatever you call it, as your husband, your wife, your person, right? And so you've agreed to come back here and work out whatever it was that was hindering you in the past or before time, you know what I mean? And so you're back here and you're dealing with it. And that's why we say heal, and it's conception is the card. This is my sacred geometry deck. And this card is conception, and conception is all about how things began. Lord, when the anointing hits me, I get hot. Not to mention it's hot out here. But I want to read this to you from the book because it's so good. The book says it better than I ever could. It says, conception can be described as the process of creation. This may refer to the beginning of life as a physical being or to the start of an idea or a belief. So for two things, you're being born. Remember, you're about to come into alignment or balance with yourself, your masculine and feminine energy, or the idea or start of something or belief. You know what I mean? So how this began. So what are you trying to start? You're trying to bring this union together. Look at the card. If you see, it's like one whole being split in two, or you see the splitting, like splitting of atoms, splitting of molecules, you know, the twin flame, twins, one whole being divided. You know what I mean? So that could be, again, your masculine, y'all forgive me, your masculine or your feminine energy. Oh, I'm glistening red. Some Southern Belle is watching this right now going, ooh, I know how that humidity is, girl. Anyway, but that is what this is about. So I was talking to my DM going, that makes so much sense. So the very thing that I am struggling with you and you're struggling with me is exactly what we are supposed to be struggling with, so that we can defeat it not only outside of ourselves but inside too, bringing it all together. Isn't that powerful? And I hope God, I hope it is clear to you as it became to me, as it is to me, or what as is revealed to me. But with that being said, okay, let's see what some of you all are dealing with so that you can know this is part of it. So whatever that thing is, let's just get some energy put in here, right? Some of you are working hard. You feel like this relationship is a lot of work. That means in your past lives, one or both of you gave up because it just seemed too many obstacles. For somebody, it might be family, it might be a job, it might be a career choice that somebody made and you just couldn't get past it. Like they were workaholics, you know what I mean? Or some of you just felt like it was too much going on to hold it together, so you found other things to do. Because remember, it's all about free will. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to stay anywhere you don't want to stay. In other words, it's so be it unto you as you believe, as you want. And whatever you believe, you'll start to speak. And once you start to speak, your voice activating things in the elements, the fire, the earth, the air, the water. You're now commanding things to move on your behalf or move you forward in a certain direction. And so it must obey, period. That's just how this thing works. So like I said, some of you walked away from the connection that you're in lifetimes ago, many moons ago, because it was just too hard for you. So right now, that is what you're dealing with. You're feeling like you have to work, and you're not to give up. Don't let go. Now, I'm not telling you to stay in a bad, abusive relationship. Domestic violence is never good. It's never we never approve of that. If anything, we reprove and we boot that away. So nobody's saying be abused or be a doormat. So don't put the comments like they're not worth me. They're not worthy. Great. You know where you are. That's good. That message is for somebody else who's like, should I stay or should I go? Somebody might be on the fence and they're wondering, what should I do? And I'm just here to drop a little message saying, guess what? That's what you struggled with the last lifetime. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Erykah Badu shout out. But you know what I mean? And so here you guys are. I'll see you next lifetime and we'll get it right. It's not too hard. That's a message for somebody. You're supposed to push past the feeling of being worn out and tired. Not at the expense of your mental health or your emotional well-being. But if you can find it in you to keep going, keep going. That's the karma you're overcoming with your twin so that y'all can finally get together. What else? Boom. The pathway is the distance. Some of you are at a distance. You are in separation physically. I'm not talking about you don't speak to them, because that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're just in separation, whether they are in the military overseas, whether you are with Job Corps or on a missions field somewhere, whether your job is taking you away for maybe 24 months, maybe 3 years, and you guys agreed, back in the day, in another life. If this is for you right now, yes. But I'm saying in another life, in another lifetime, when you were together, when you were trying to work together for this common goal, one or both of you, I feel like somebody had to go off to war. I don't know if you've been told from a past life that you were a World War II or something, or that you were a veteran or warrior or something like that. But you had to go away to war. You had to go away to fight a battle. And so you guys were like pen pals. That's why you email and text and want to correspond so much. You don't care about not really speaking to them because it's very comfortable for you to be texting and emailing them. You just your fingers are just, you just typing. You love to communicate that way so they can read and they hear your voice and you hear their voice as they respond. This is a beautiful love right here. But in this life you're living right now, as you're watching this video, you are having a very difficult time with the distance. You're having a very difficult time with the electronic messages or the random messages or the not big enough messages, or you know what I mean? You're having a very difficult time just being an email or a text message person, okay? You want to touch. You want the physical presence of your somebody, right? Even though right now, maybe it's school that has them away. Maybe it's learning a new trade and having to go off somewhere away from you just for a season, for a moment. I keep getting 1 year to 2 years. Somebody's training in something 1 to 2 years, but maybe they had to go away, right? And so you're having a very difficult time with this. This is what the karma is. Overcome the feeling of them not being there. You know why? Because they're always present in your heart. If you ever want to holler at your twin or call them or speak to them, just breathe. Connect to your heart chakra and hear the messages just waft up and out of you. You can always find your twin in your heart. But if your heart is cold or dark toward them, it'll be very, very difficult to hear them speak. Okay? Okay? That's why you have to keep that heart chakra balanced and healed. That's why you have to keep your vibration up as it relates to your twin and what is or is not going on. Because where you're always supposed to connect with them is right here in your heart space, your heart chakra. Okay? Archangel Raphael will help you with that. What else? What else? What's some other karma? What's going on? Some of you were up in your heads. So let's say we have two analytical people, two people that think they know everything. I'm hearing debate team. Maybe somebody used to be on a debate team or was very good. The president of the debate team. Somebody might have been president of the National Junior Honor Society for some reason. Anyway, I'm hearing and feeling academia. So you guys just thought y'all were just too cool for the room and too smart. You know what I'm saying? You know everything. You listen, you not only think well, you communicate well, And so right now, here you are battling with the same thing. In a past life, you guys literally thought yourselves right out of the relationship. You literally overanalyzed the relationship to crumbs. I just heard something go, it exploded. And for some, it imploded. You know what I mean? Because you thought yourself so much, you couldn't even think straight, so you let them go. You know what I mean? For some, another very, very small message for very, very few of you is you stayed in the dream space. It stayed a fantasy. In his mind, you were always a fantasy. It was something that he couldn't touch. It was something that he couldn't have. It was almost like you were a painting on the wall or something to be looked at and not held onto. Something, you felt like a trophy even. You know what I mean? For some of you, it was purely sexual. They fantasized about you and that's all you did. You were I keep hearing that you were a fantasy. And so even right now, in your now, right now, you are having trouble with maybe your DM, because I'm saying DM because that's a man right there, okay? Okay? It's a man right there. So I'm saying man, and there's a woman in the picture. Stop it with the energy. It's just energy. But anyway, your DM may have just, you feel like all he wants, he always asking me for pictures of my naked body. He always want to be sexted. You might have a problem with that right now because you remain a fantasy. He doesn't feel like he can have you. Your degree might be higher than his. He might not even have a degree, and he's always talking to you about school. He might even say to you, how many degrees you going to get? Either way, the message is right now, in your now, you are struggling with your thoughts about one another. You're all up in your head. That's a big issue. Somebody needs to get grounded. Okay, that's how you fix it. That's how you bring in the resolution for the peaceful interactions. One of y'all needs to get grounded. It might as well be you, person watching, right? Get grounded. You know what I mean? Don't be all up in your head. Don't think yourself out of a situation. Don't make up negative situations. Don't be over dramatic. You know what I mean? Don't watch Netflix romance movies. Ooh, I'm itching, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't say it, sis. I know. I promise y'all I'm going to get some skin so soft. I just forgot to spray my stuff. But anyway, because I was trying to get this message out to you. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Itching, scratching. Somebody had to itch a scratch an itch. That's the card. Remember, I told you about the sexual attraction only. You know what I mean? You're just lusting about thinking about you. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. The message, y'all got the message though. Run it back. I was saying something. You're intuitive enough to finish the thought that I was going to have. Ooh, I better take that one. That was boom. Wow. Okay. I have two messages here. I'm gonna just release the one that is just hear what I'm saying. But one of y'all actually physically passed away. One of y'all killed the other. It probably has something to do with jealousy. I see these candles like flames, very old flames. It might have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as 5 people. You or him, I don't know, but how would you remember? Maybe I don't know, maybe you'll go back and see this, but somebody, there was just too many people had access to the relationship. It was too many people in the relationship, a lot of jealousy. One of y'all might have been a star. One of y'all may have been in the public eye, very popular, but anyway, so in this lifetime, you may be dealing with, okay, I got it. So if you are dealing with a twin a twin, I'm holding up air quotes because I know we always tell our guidance is if you are dealing with violence and toxicity, it might be a karmic lesson versus your twin. But now with this, and I've never said this before, it's a little controversial, but I'm going to give you the message because what I don't play with is messages from the spirit. Okay. So I'm just going to say what they telling me to say, and leave that where it may, and y'all can debate that amongst yourselves. But I'm hearing that those of you who were in domestic violence situations with your twin, I said it, in this lifetime that you're living right now as you're watching this video, you are dealing with, maybe it's not physical battering, but it's very, very dark. That shadow side is coming out to why. All right, because that's what you're working out in this lifetime, that shadow side, that you couldn't, that shadow was what was in your past lives together. And that's why you're living this now. You came back to change that shadow to light. I hope that makes sense. I hope I said that clearly. But you are dealing with some very dark, lower vibrational behavior from your twin right now, whether it's you or whether it's them. Because in your and you're thinking to yourself, you're doubting, this can't be my twin. Every reader has said that's that couldn't be because a twin wouldn't act like this because it is. Because I've said it. That's your person, so your person wouldn't hurt themselves. That's like them hurting themselves. But we're smart enough to know that it happens every day. Your twin can really do some crazy, nasty things to you because they're working through that shadow energy. And like I said, don't stand for it or stay for it because that's what happened in your last life. You lost your life dealing with that stuff. So if this is you and you're listening to this and this is resonating, remember, safety first. I don't care what, because that's part of your karma still. You have to get past that, staying because you think it's the right thing to do, staying because you don't want to get them in trouble, staying because you want this relationship so much, you want it more than you want it more than yourself, your wholeness, your shalom, nothing missing, nothing lacking. But in this lifetime, you are dealing with some very low vibrational energy at times coming from your twin, because their shadow and their light is having an all-out war. And remember, the dark wants to repeat the pattern. And it's time for you to stop. It's time for you to be the curse breaker. It's time for you to stop that toxic cycle and finally come to union, finally come together, finally heal so that you can love. So that is for a few of you that are dealing with a twin, and that is really your twin. It's not a karmic. It is actually your twin, but they're trying to, and you are mostly the rescuer. You are the one that's awakened. You're the one that's the driving force of this relationship. Usually it's you, divine feminine, but it could be a masculine watching. I'm not saying that. So hear what the message is, because we're not going to get caught up on labels, because that's what happened in the 3D. That's what we were doing in the Matrix. You know what I mean? We were caught up on labels and saying this can happen and this is only happening right. Well, I'm not talking about a universal law right now. I'm talking about energy that changes because it's supposed to change. It's malleable. Okay? It's moldable. It can be shifted. This isn't something that's set in stone. So again, you want to break the cycle. You're not dying in this lifetime. So if I am talking to you and this is resonating, and this is your twin, but you have to help them fight. You have to take out your sword, and you might have to fight while you're building. Fight while you're building. Fight while you're moving this relationship forward. Again, don't y'all come in them comments talking about, so just take anything and everything. Use your let me sing it. Use your intuition, girl, boy. Use your intuition. I'm just reading a card, but you know in your heart what you need to start or finish. Okay? Use your intuition. Don't hang us on the cross because we just delivering a message. I'm just a messenger. Okay? So again, if you can't handle it, get out. It's your free will. Who knows? You may switch all the energy and everything will turn out just fine. But you never know until you try. Okay? What some of you are trying to get over is being procrastinating all the time and not finishing something. That's a lesson you're learning. It's a karmic lesson. Finally finish something. Why don't you finish this? Speaking of that, coffin. Something is ending for you. Something you are finishing. Some of you are bringing something to completion and fruition. Most of it, it's your healing. It's your balance. It's your symmetry. I'm hearing symmetry. Okay? So that's what's happening with you. That's the coffin card. Any more messages from the coffin card? Right. Okay, I heard a third party because 10 is right there. And 19 might mean something to you, and the number 10. But some of you were you were side, like you specialize in being the side piece, whatever. You know what I mean? 13 signs says pool boy. If you're a guy, I love that. Pool boy. I think that's it. Anyway, shout out to 13 signs, Darryl. Yeah. Anyway, You were waiting back then, and you're finding that you're waiting now for them to end something, meaning they have another person. They have another something in the place of you. You have been second fiddle. You were second fiddle in the past life, and now you're second fiddle again in this life. And your job is to, now this is on instruction. Back me up on this one. See the child right there? Do something new. This is a new beginning. This is a new birth. This is a new start. And this new start to break this cycle of you always being second fiddle is you have got to walk away. You have got to start something new. Go in a new direction, just like an innocent child. Like this is like the equivalent of the fool card. Take a leap of faith. Trust that even though you walk away because they have refused or have dragged their feet on ending a situation so that you can be number one, so that you can be the new thing, the only thing, the precious thing, the innocent thing, the baby, something you love and cherish and adore. Like, look at that baby holding that teddy bear. You want to be that teddy bear, right? But they refuse to end something. They refuse to dead that, right? So this karma that you're working out in this lifetime as you're watching this video is you got to have the strength to walk away. Boom. Gift. And when you do that, you'll be giving yourself a gift. You'll be giving yourself the gift of a new relationship. Boom. Success. Great fortune. That's what you do. Okay, I think that's all the messages. I think that's long enough. Let's get one lover's oracle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was clear, because when I get something real, real hot off the press, I get jittery. Look, boom. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. When you listen, you just got a nugget. You got a key of a nugget of wisdom right now. This work out this karma. Those are the blocks. These are the things. Remember, it's a past life. Some of y'all need to figure out or look, twin flames. Look at that. That was at the bottom of the deck. I can't resist it. It's right there. Twin flames, your passion ignites. All right. And so remember how it started. This is what you guys been knowing each other for lifetimes. Again, this message is not for everybody, only if you understand what past lives are. If you don't understand, find someone, and I do not, that does the work with bringing your past lives back. Readers that do that and just show you who you are. And I'm sure you're going to find your twin in one of those scenarios they give you. I promise you. And then you're going to be like, it might not be your twin's name. Your twin might be Marvin. You might have a Mitchell. It's something like that, you know what I mean, that protected you, or that, or they'll say you had a husband that did this and that. Usually that is your person. So, do that research. Study to show yourself approved. Study to show that you want to know more and understand more so that you can do better. Okay? This journey isn't happening to you. You're not a rag doll. You know what I mean? You're the prophet over your own life. You can speak what you want to see, but it has to be rooted and based from this heart chakra, which has to be healed to understand what this journey is, conception, what it is, how things started. You're trying to go back to the beginning and remove that programming. Okay? And you have to be patient with your progress. You have to be patient with yourself. This is not an easy thing to get your mind around, because your mind has been around so much. Okay? So you have to give yourself a chance and an opportunity to, let things be conceived from the proper place. From balance, you know what I mean? And so you're a little out of whack, but your twin, blessed be, your twin is the one that's been sent to help you. You're coming back into alignment with yourself. When you are ready to get healed and whole, you begin to attract that which you are. It's vibrations, honey. It's a frequency, baby. You're in this, you're doing it, and some of you are knocking it out of the park. You have figured this thing out. Wait a minute, I'm acting out some stuff that feels very familiar with me with this person. I don't get it. And this is why I can't let it go. That's the magnet. It's that having to work out that karma, because you signed a contract in the book of life. You signed a contract in the Akashic records that said, I'm going to come back right in the now, during this pandemic. I'm going to be 25 during this pandemic. I'm going to be 19, 16, 35, 56, 72, 68, 69, 74. I'm going to be this age working out this karma with this person in this now. You sign this. You sign your name on the dotted line. Terrence Trent D'Arby. I want you to be my baby. Yes, anyway, sign your name across my heart. I'm sorry. Sign your name across my heart. I don't know why I said on the dotted line, because some of y'all are going to be signing your names on the dotted line, because that's what your desire is. That's what you want. Anyway, But remember how it started, and that's what this is about. So next time you get into it with your twin, next time you're dealing with something, just kind of just breathe and say, you know what? I wonder if I have acted out this karma before, and I'm here to correct this thing right here. Whatever it is that's poking at you and jabbing at you and that's the very thing that you need to overcome. And that could be the block that you've been looking for. Well, the block that you were trying to remove, or the obstacle that you were trying to move. It could be the very rock that's behind. I see a rock. I see a door closed and there's a rock or a big boulder on it. I feel like this illumination has helped you, remove the rock from blocking the door. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And after that, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.